Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to start saying all praise and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Double honors to our apostles, elders, being millstone that taught us the truth. Salutation to you, hopeful elect out there teaching the word in truth and sincerity. Just real quick, man, coming back at you with the third installment to the series, that small series I had started called, I believe I titled it Wine, Women, the King, and the Truth. And I was just going through, First Corinthians, First Ezra, the third chapter and the fourth chapter regarding those four topics. All right, because when you started off in the third chapter, all right, this is during the time of Darius the Great. All right, and um, there was three men that was guarding the king. All right, King Darius, and then they had pretty much like a bet, so to speak, about whoever wrote um, who's the strongest amongst the wine women and the wine women and the king, that they will sit next to Darius, and and Darius to give them a better position, and so forth and so on when you read the stories. But after all that, obviously whatever the first two installments I went through was the wine and the women, the wine, the king and the women, I believe, and I'm just gonna um, I'm just gonna continue to go through it. So I left off at the 12th verse, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll go through I'll go through this verse 13. Cause this is regarding the women. Cause the first one was the wine, second one was the king. So let's see what the third one says. And the third man, as you already know, was Zerubbabel, and this is that same Zerubbabel during the time of Ezra. But anyway, this is First Ezra chapter 4, verse 13. It said, "Then the third, who has spoken of women and of the truth," it says, "this was Zerubbabel, began to speak. O ye men, is it not the great king, nor the multitude of men?" It says, like it, "O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth." It says, "Who is it then that ruleth them, or have the lordship over them? Are they not? Or I say, are they not women?" So Zerubbabel was pretty much telling them, like, what rules over a wine and a king, is women. You know what I mean? Which in a sense you can kind of say that, man, because women do have a great influence over over men. And he's going to give perfect explanations on why he said women. All right, so this is verse 15. "Women have borne the king," which is true. It says, "and all the people that bear rule by sea and land." Verse 16. "Even of them came they." It's saying they nourished them up. So he's saying even the women, even the men that fights, on the land and sea. You know what I mean? The king and along with the soldiers and stuff like that, they all come from women, which is a true statement. It says, "and they nourished them up and planted the vineyards from whence the wine cometh." All right. It says, "These also make garments for men." It says, "These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot man be." It says, so obviously, as you can see, this Zerubbabel, which is a man of the Lord, a prophet, he was very wise. All right. It says, "Yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do not," it says, "do they not love a woman which is comely and favor and beauty?" Um, it says, verse 19, "and letting all those things go, do they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold, or any goodly thing whatsoever?" Verse 20, "A man leave his own father that brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife." And that's him pretty much quoting, roughly paraphrasing the book of Genesis, all right, or the law. All right, because the scriptures say, "Man leave both mother and both father and mother to cleave unto his wife." Verse 21, it says, he sticketh not to spend He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. Verse 22. By this also you must know that women have dominion over you. It says, do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the women? Yeah, this is, as you already know, man. This is Rubel was speaking truth, man. Because men literally do just about damn near any and everything. Their accomplishments, their achievements, their moves that they make in life. The things they buy, pretty much all to impress women. At the end of the day, um, of course, it's about establishing a legacy and stuff like that. But mostly, all this is for women, and this is the conclusion that Zerubbabel was coming to. But as you continue on, like I said, this is going to the third installment. Once again, the first one was about the wine, the second one was about the women, and this one, the third one, is about the about the women. All right, and I might just make this together with the truth. You know what I mean? But this anyway. Verse 23. It says, "Yea." So like, let me jump back up. At verse 22. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? It says, yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal and to sail, and it says to sail upon the sea and upon rivers. He looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. It says wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Once again, quoting scriptures. It says, yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sakes, man. Yeah, so you have men that might be wise and very strong and powerful, but they would like the scriptures say, they would run out of their wits for women, man. You know what I mean, and become servants for their sakes, man. Many also have perished and erred and sinned for women, and then when you think about this, man, what happened with Adam? All right, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's something to think about. Adam ran out his wits for his woman, man. All right, and then he said many have perished, and it says many also have perished and erred and sinned for women, man. And that's exactly what Adam did when he followed Eve into those other philosophies. So like I says, Rubel was right on the money. Verse 28. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? Yet did I see him in Apame, the king's concubine. All right, this is Darius' concubine. It said Apame, the king's concubine, the daughter of the admirable Barticus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking the crown from the king's head, and sitting it upon her own head. She also struck the king with her with her left hand. So this is Zerubbabel taking notice of things, during the like the Medo-Persian Empire, if you will. Like I said, this was during the time of Darius the Great. So he's seen, his Darius the Great concubine, do things that's pretty much unspeakable or unlawful, so to speak, to do to a king, man. All right. It says, and taking the crown from his head and sitting it upon her own head, she also struck the king with her left hand. And yet, for all this, the king gaped and gazed upon upon her with open mouth. It says, if she laughed upon him, he laughed also. It says, but if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter, that she might be reconciled to him again. O ye men, how can it be? But women should be strong, seeing they do thus. So he was like, look, man. After the women got to be the strongest after all this, man. They stronger than wine and the king because of what women can do, and he gave some great examples of why he came to that conclusion. But all in all, the ultimate conclusion that he came to was truth, and I'm gonna keep reading on to show you. It says, verse 33. Then the king and the princes looked one upon another, so he began to speak of the truth, man. See, ultimately, like I said, this is gonna be the last installment because I'm gonna just mix the truth, and the women together. But truth, all in all, reigneth upon everything, man, and that's what that's ultimately the conclusion that he came to. Yeah, wine is strong. the king is strong and women are strong. He said women are stronger than both of those, but what's stronger than wine, the king and women is the truth, and this is the reason why he said it. I'm just continue on. Then we're gonna close it out in a minute. Verse 34. O ye men, are not women strong? It says, great is the earth. It says, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in his course, for he compasseth the heavens round about. It says, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day. It says, he is not great that maketh. Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore great is the truth, and stronger than all things, man. It says, all the earth crieth upon the truth, and the heaven blesseth it. All works shake and tremble at it, and with it is no unrighteous thing. Wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked. It says all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, man. And there is no truth in them, and their unrighteousness also they shall perish, man. As for truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore, man. You know what I mean? So that's what Wishcon was saying, man. That's what Zerubbabel was saying, man. And I'm gonna in a few more verses, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Verse 39. It says, with her there is no accepting of persons or rewards, but she doeth the things that are just, and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things, and all men do well like of her works, man. Neither in her judgment is any unrighteousness, and she is the strength, kingdom, power, and majesty of all ages, man. Blessed be the God of truth, man. And with that he held his peace, and all the people then shouted and said, great is truth, and mighty above all things, man. And that was beautiful, man, because, you know, like I said, man, all in all, truth reigneth over all those things, man. You know what I mean? Because there's no unrighteousness in truth, man. Truth is it just is, man. You know, and I'll get this a quick precept. Proverbs 16, just to back up the statement about truth being the strongest. Proverbs 16:6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, man. So, you know what I mean? It says, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, man. So truth can purge out iniquity, can purge out sin, it can conquer sin. And said, by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get this last one, man. And that was beautiful, man. That Zerubbabel, you know, he stood up amongst all those, those people, and he began to speak, truth. You know what I mean? Everything that he said was truth, man. And that was the ultimate conclusion that he came to regarding the thing that's most strongest, man. All right, let me see. I know it's in this which corner.